Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more of The Good Place. This is season 4, episode 11. So just a few episodes left, and yeah, last time everybody was able to convince Judge Jen to not destroy all of humanity. Jason nearly did it by accident, which, oh my god, so stressful, so stressful. But yeah, we're gonna see how this building a new afterlife is gonna work out. I'm excited to see all their plans, excited to see more Eleanor and Chidi moments. But yeah, if you guys want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started.
I know. I got so desperate this morning, I tried flattening an eggplant. It's just not the same.
Skin tax. Special meeting.
Michael and I are actually going to be we're
Getting together.
working together.
Oh, I hated that. A genie, so we can wish for infinity, people. Jason, sure, throw me in there too. Also, Master, the world's most interesting man, Pikachu, Karate
Pikachu.
Kid. Feels like a good stopping point. Let's call it a day. Come back fresh tomorrow. Great job, everyone.
You just let him go. Just let him go.
Oh man, I never thought about the fact that we could look up our own files.
I printed out all of ours.
Oh no.
I love you, okay?
Oh,
Never, ever, ever read my file.
okay. If you don't want me to, then of course I won't.
I woke up in a large Rubbermaid container in some family's basement and I'd barfed all over their old photo albums. Yeah, see? That's what we're trying to avoid here, bud.
I don't need to read your file. I know you. But eventually we're going to be together forever.
You have to read my file right now.
What?
What?
I'm confused.
What?
Is this a game?
Because eternity.
Sex game?
Sex.
No.
I can't risk it. And then you resent me for wasting half your eternity? No, it's better we just
Half your
rip the
eternity.
Band-Aid off and read about all the bad stuff now when we're hot and heavy. It's simply the test. Best plan of the test.
Oh my god.
Okay, so, thoughts? New way allows you to test their specific psychological flaws and weaknesses.
And trust us, they have plenty.
Hey, sorry.
Rude.
Selling mode.
Who wants to design the very first sample test of this new system?
Oh, there is. And she's a stone cold fuck.
Oh, Vicky. The Ferrari.
Way too into being tall.
Typical Vicky, throwing shade. But it doesn't matter, because I'm casting it. Because I'm closer to the sun.
Wow. Wow, Tahani.
I mean, seeing your whole life all laid out like this,
Makes me love you
it's
more.
remarkable.
What's wrong?
I'm not good enough for you.
What? Oh.
1/10 as long as yours because I did nothing with my life.
We're very different, but we already knew that.
I am also confident that I am a damn drip, and you deserve to be with someone who's not.
No,
Nicholas,
Chidi.
the fireman that you dated back in 2009.
Nicholas the fireman.
Eleanor,
Cola.
not helping.
I can't argue with you on that one, but I love you. Unless there's something in your file that would freak me out, like you kept out a library book past the due date.
No, but I moved, and it got buried in the bottom of a box. I put the library
She
in my
was
will to make up for
joking.
it.
I'm kidding.
She's joking.
Relax. Let's go back to work.
They will test their ethical decision.
I think she's just gonna torture her.
Thank you.
Mondays, am I right?
You
What
said
the-
smaller and more relatable. The bear is smaller. Humans hate Mondays and love bacon. What do you want from me? I once played billiards with Questlove and Olivia Munn. Yeah, there she is. Okay.
Yeah, that actually sounds quite like her.
I don't see any version of eternity where she doesn't get bored of me. I mean, my fake heaven was a 600 square foot apartment that was essentially a bookcase and a toilet. And I loved it.
So what? It's cool that you guys opposites attract.
Well, you need that to be true because you're dating Janet.
Janet might get bored of me.
No, that's not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
Man, on.
Oh no, Chidi.
I can say something, but I have no idea what.
Her parents were the chainsaw bear, but instead of chopping off her head, they chopped off her self-esteem.
Yes, Megan, good. Think of it as flattening the penises of their hearts.
Now it makes sense.
Why don't you go deeper into her file and look for other ways to
And the penises of her heart.
Slow down, slow down.
Same old Michael, just can't share the spotlight. Well, goodbye, everyone. That's a wrap on Vicky.
Is it? No!
You don't want your nemesis to be the one to solve your problem.
I know that feeling. Once on Earth, I didn't know something and I had to ask Alexa.
Ooh.
I felt dirty.
I felt dirty.
No. I had to roll a rock up a hill over and over, and then it kept rolling down, so I had to do it again. Pushing the
Sisyphus
rock up the hill gave me
and
a purpose. Who am I?
the boulder.
Maybe it can't last. Maybe we're like the Montagues and Capulets.
How do you know? Yeah.
I read some books, man. Jeez.
Hey, listen. She knows you and loves you, and that's all that matters.
Do you really believe that?
Of course I do.
Sucker!
He played him?
I got you so bad. Dude, pretend what you just said was what you said to you instead of...
Damn, Jason.
That was good.
Yeah, it was. Chessmate.
Chessmate. Give it to him. Give it to him.
Hey!
I have an ice cold yoga class. It's amazing. You pull so many muscles.
Yeah.
What do you want?
You pull so many muscles.
I am a strong, independent acid snake in the skin suit
Acid
of a
snake.
strong, independent woman.
But now I want to give you the role of a lifetime.
I'm gonna learn to play the guitar, so you don't get bored of me.
I actually prefer drummers. Read my file.
Aww.
Sorry for the...
My, we've got some history, don't we? But I am
This
still
acting.
standing, Mikey boy. And right now, I'm taking over.
All right, Vicky, you win.
The dance battle from West Side Story?
What? No.
I'm too upset.
1.28 Jeremy Bearimy later. She is a Ferrari.
My movement for Lava Monsters class is now full.
That's the sound when someone gets into the good place.
Who was it? Prince?
It's you guys.
For real?
Saving every soul in the universe is worth a few points. You're in. No, I know. It's
Last.
real this time.
Yeah,
I
okay.
promise.
Polls. They're going to the good place. Wow. Oh my god, the last few episodes of this season, they're so good. It just makes it hurt all the more that it's ending. Oh, but yeah, this was one of my favorite episodes. I loved Eleanor and Chidi's story this episode. Eleanor just being curious about which presidents were gay and which ones were bi. And then they had to choose 1,000 people to be test subjects. And Jason is on this too, and he's just like, the Kool-Aid Man, Pikachu, Wendy from Wendy's, Grumpy Cat. Jason is amazing. But yeah, on their actual test lists, list of possible test subjects, they had Lincoln, Harriet Tubman, Marie Curie, Descartes, Susan B. Anthony, Nelson Mandela. Just love the attention to detail that they just filled that board with so many interesting people. But then Jason looks through his own life and is just like, oh, I was dope. And he printed out Eleanor and Chidi's too. I love that Eleanor was just like, I love you, okay? It's like in a threatening sort of way. He's like, I like the message. I don't know about the tone. But yeah, she was just like, promise to never read my file. And then after he's like, okay, I won't. Like, we're here for eternity. I love you. And then she's like, read my file immediately. I don't want you to fall out of love with me and feel like you wasted half your eternity on me. And Chidi was so confused. Is this a game? Is this a sex game? Which, I mean, would be pretty in character for Eleanor. And yeah, he winds up reading her file, and it kind of actually makes him love her even more, it seems like, which, oh, my heart. And now he doesn't feel like he's good enough for her, that she'd get bored of him. His file was like 1/10 the size of hers because he was a drip. Oh, man, she never got bored of him in 800 reboots. Like, it's kind of true that he's a little too, like, stay at home and read books and poop, but, man, I love Eleanor messing with him. Like, there's nothing in your file that could make me ever like not want to be with you unless you had a late library book. And he freaked out so hard because he thought she was serious. And like Jason totally played Chidi and me. Honestly, I had no idea that he was like faking it until he started laughing. I thought he had actual doubts about him and Janet after Chidi was like, "You're so different. You're total opposites, and you just have to believe that total opposites attract, because otherwise your relationship doesn't work." But that is a high level gambit he pulled on Chidi. Like, he fooled him really, really bad. And wow, I have to give it up for him. Jason's amazing. I love how Chidi was like, I actually understood all that Jason explained, because he was just like, you were I can't even imitate it, it's just too much. But yeah, Jason is a total goof, but everybody has become such good friends that they all get him now. And yeah, the fact that Jason and Janet are so different, and the fact that Eleanor and Chidi are so different, are what make them good couples. And yeah, they love each other. That was really, really sweet. And Jason was like, just made. I was just like, Chidi, let him have it. Let him have it. And he did, to his credit. He was just happy that Jason was happy that he could help. And he felt like thankful for him too. It was also very sweet that Chidi was like, I'm going to learn the guitar so you won't get bored of me. I love everyone so much. I don't want the show to end ever. When it ends, it's going to be like the flattening of the penis of my heart. There was that little musical interlude with Janet and Michael. That was really weird and funny. And then we find out Tahani volunteered to be his test subject for that. I was just like, oh my god, they're going to torture her for sure. And thankfully Michael was able to turn off the experiment before the bear with chainsaws cut her head off. Freaking giant bears with chainsaws, and like the tiny bear with chainsaws that hates Mondays. But yeah, Vicky comes in and shows him how it's done. She is a freaking Ferrari. I loved her character from the start. I missed her when she was gone for long stretches throughout this show. And yeah, she's just so endlessly ridiculous and showmanshipy. Her impersonation of Tahani was on point. Like, she got in her skin. But yeah, she got everybody else to understand it's like her parents were the chainsaw bear, but instead of chopping off her head, they chopped off her self-esteem. Think of it as the flattening of the penis of their heart. Oh my god. I love that Vicky could get her moment to shine. And she wanted a dance battle from West Side Story to cap off the argument of her taking over. And I am a strong, independent acid snake. Just too good. There was that moment when when Michael was trying to get rid of her, she said, "That's a wrap on Vicky." I actually thought she was rapping on the show, and I was like, no. But yeah, she found her calling. That might be the last we see of her, considering that everybody's headed off to the good place right now, or our main characters are at the very least. Also, one last thing, the whole thing with the ice yoga and loving how to pull all your muscles while you do that was ridiculous. Classic Vicky. But yeah, with her help, Michael's nemesis's help, 1.28 Jeremy Baramies later, they succeed and the team is allowed to go into the good place. They get enough points because they've saved all of humanity, and definitely felt some relief. But also, I didn't think they'd actually go to the good place. It feels too easy with a show like this that has like constant twists and turns. I was just like, really? This is gonna happen? I mean, we do only have about like 60 minutes of episode left, so it had to happen at some point. But I guess if we take for granted that it's true that they're going to the good place, no more twists, in a proper golden hot air balloon as well, like the one that Michael tried to pass off as real last time. What will it even be like in the good place? Like, who else is there? And how much satisfaction can they actually get from being there? Like, the good place people were such yes men and pushovers, and more concerned with doing things right than with doing good things. Like, is it a situation where they don't feel satisfied there? I mean, for sure, they'll enjoy it for a while, but like, doing real work, finding ways to help people, I feel like they're all going to be facing the problem that Michael did with the boulder having that boulder to push and feeling like you're empty without it. Which, by the way, is a very interesting analogy because it's based on Greek mythology. Sisyphus, he was a evil king. I think it was evil. I'm not actually entirely sure, but he was forced to push a rock up a hill or a mountain for all of eternity. And yeah, like this, it was like deemed his punishment, but he was also unperturbed by this and like took it as his reason for being and just like happily pushed this rock up forever. And I guess that begs the question of what does it say about humanity and what our rocks are in life. It's not like it's not what we have to do, but what do we struggle for that in life that gives it meaning, right? Like, I do this channel because I want to share my thoughts. I talk about socioeconomic and political issues as much as I can. I enjoy entertaining people too. There are some people who have sent me messages about they've been in the hospital and this helps them pass the time. That's really, really wonderful. And I try to talk about compassion, spread that, and that's one of the rocks I push. And like, no matter how difficult it can be at times with like horrible comments and death threats and whatnot, like, I enjoy the struggle. And yeah, I'm very happy I found this, but I'm sure there are going to be a lot of different rocks that I push throughout my lifetime, and I'd be curious to hear what kind of rocks you're pushing in your lives that you actually enjoy doing. Like, because it feels like, yeah, Michael feels empty without a rock to push, and I'm curious if the rest of the cast will feel that too. And yeah, Michael feels like he's done, and what's next? Like, they've been fighting so hard for so long. Is the good place going to satisfy them? I can't wait to see. We got 2 more weeks left. 2 episodes, though the second episode is 40 minutes long. I do feel like we'll need that extra time, but yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. This is just week after week. It feels at this point like it's my favorite episode my new favorite episode each time. So looking forward to more. If you guys want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.